Meet Surya, the first AI model for heliophysics, built by NASA, IBM, and their partners. It's a 366 million parameter transformer trained on a massive 218 terabytes of solar data, nearly 9 years worth, pulled from NASA's own Solar Dynamics Observatory or SDO. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. In this video, we are going to install this Surya model locally and we will check out how exactly it works. And by the way, the word Surya comes from an ancient Indian language Sanskrit and it means a sun. This model is also available on Hugging Face as you can see, so you can use it for research purposes. Now, if we talk a bit more about this model, it really is something wonderful. The data which it is trained on, it includes 8 channels from the AIA instrument and 5 from the HMI, all stitched together into a clean machine learning ready 13 channel dataset at full resolution. Surya was trained with a time series forecasting twist. It learns to predict 1 hour ahead, but also gets fine tuned with autoregressive rollouts up to 12 hours. This means it doesn't just guess the next frame, it builds a mental model of how the sun evolves over time. And the best part, the whole model weights config pre-processing code is open on Hugging Face, so anyone can download, fine tune, or build on it. And if you are looking to predict solar storms even before they hit, this is the model for you. So let's get the ball rolling and I'm going to install it. Locally, I'm going to use this Ubuntu system. I have one GPU card, NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. If you're looking to rent a GPU on very good prices, you can find the link to Master Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for range of GPUs. Okay, so the tool which I'm going to use in order to get this thing installed is UV Python Package Manager, and I already have it installed. It's very simple one-liner. If you don't know how to do that, just search my channel. I have done a very easy to understand video. First up, I'm git cloning the repo of Surya. It's quite lightweight as you can see. Let's cd into it. Okay, now once we are in the repo, there are various ways you can get it installed, but I'm just going to use this Surya with UV, and I'm just going to do UV sync here so that it is going to install everything. While it does that, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are Camel. Camel is an open source community focused on building multi-agent infrastructures for finding the scaling laws with applications in data generation, task automation, and world simulation. Everything is installed. Now let's source this repo. And now we can run the script which they have provided in their repo. So what this script does, it downloads the pre-trained model and test data. It generates 2 hours ahead forecast for I guess 7th of January 2014, and then it creates a validation visualization which I will also show you, and then it also verifies the model inference. So let me run this. So it is collecting the data. Let's wait. And the model is being downloaded. As you can see, the size is just under 2 gig. So let's wait. And while it downloads, let's also talk a bit more about the architecture of Surya, because that looks really fascinating. So this Surya starts by breaking those huge solar images into smaller patches, embedding them with positional info so the model knows where each bit comes from. Then it runs through 2 spectral blocks. These use fast Fourier transformers or FFT to shift into the frequency domain. Then it applies learnable filters, then IFFT back to spatial space. This helps the model capture global patterns like magnetic wave propagation more efficiently than standard convolutions. After that, it hits 8 attention blocks that handle the temporal modeling, blending short-term changes like a sudden flare with longer-term solar cycles. Finally, a convolutional decoder reconstructs the output into a full resolution prediction. Thanks to this setup, Surya crushes tasks like flare forecasting, active region segmentation, and solar wind prediction, outperforming traditional models and even beating existing benchmarks by 15% in early tests. So I don't think so that it's just a cool AI trick. I think it's a powerful new tool for space weather forecasting, and it's open for everyone to use. And seriously, these days in Sydney, it is raining cats and dogs like crazy for the 3 4 days. I can't believe that this is the driest continent in the world, and all of these weather forecasts and everything, still I believe they are very off from the accuracy. So hopefully this is one area where AI would be able to help, because with all of this new weather changes happening, and or maybe old weather changes, whatever, I think this is where AI can help a lot. And models like this Surya, I think um, they need to be evolved a lot. Not only IBM and NASA, but I believe all of these big labs, they should also focus here instead of AGI. AGI can wait, seriously. And meanwhile, I was giving that speech. It has downloaded the model, and now it is also the data set, and now it is running everything on my GPU, it seems. And let's quickly check my VRAM consumption. It is going to just produce that visualization. So it is consuming 5.6 or 5.7 gig of VRAM, which is not bad at all for such a useful model. Okay, let's wait for the tests to finish and we will check it out. And the data has been processed and all the validations are done. Now it is preparing the visualization. So let's wait. And there you go, it has generated the visualization for the forecasting. This is a file which it has created on our local system in the current working directory. This is the one. Let me open this. Let me make it bigger. I'll just maybe go with 133. I'll maximize it. Maybe we should minimize it a bit more. There you go. I think this is much better. So this is a visualization which it has created very quickly. So what this is showing is Surya's forecasting capabilities, specifically how well it predicts solar activity over time using data from NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory in the AIA 94 wavelength channel, which primarily captures hot plasma around 60,000 to 80,000 K, often associated with flares and coronal loops. And this is what I have understood from their website, and I am no expert in there, as you can already tell. But anyway, just by checking this and matching with their existing data, it seems that there are different columns where it is making predictions in these columns over the time. As you can see that the time is progressing on that 7th of January 2014, as this is the sample data which they have given. But of course you can fine tune it, you can use your own data, sky is the limit there. So look, very impressive. And as I said earlier, these are the areas where AI need to focus. That's it. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, as that helps a lot. Thank you for all the support.